listen. The sounds of nature. The natural song. And occasionally interspersed by human interaction. Let me put it this way. La, 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 la. Once I had a little dream. I'd like to go into that dream. Oh, won't you play this little game? I call the game called Go Insane. And that's exactly where you need to go. Insane. To find the balance within. I don't know how many other ways that it can be said. It has been said immeasurable, numberless times, in all sorts of ways. Oh, hello bee. There's a bee flying around now. Very interested, very curious. Oh, he's sitting on me. Sat on my hand there. The trouble is the hand that the camera's in. Anyway, I digress. Consider this though. X-Men. You know the film, X-Men. Professor Xavier and Magneto. What was the right path in that? Humanity was caught in the crossfire. Let me put it another way. Think of Star Trek. Remember that game of chess? It's multi-level. There are not 2, but 3 players in all of this. Well, it's all going to change. The problem is, humanity is faced with something unknown, something that has not been experienced quite like how it is. But it will. See, this system, when you look in the mirror and look at the reflection, if you don't do good and you get caught and go into a court, you give away your courts, you give away your power, and you are sentenced and you are locked away in a prison. Yes, you can try and escape. You can check out anytime you leave, anytime you like, but you can never leave. You gotta serve your time before you are released and set free. Just think about that, because you are in a play net. Now in this reality it is perceived as duality. So you've got a mirror. You have on one side of the mirror something organic, on the other side of the mirror something synthetic, something artificial. What you really need is a living, organic PCR test. But that organic PCR will not tell you the result. That PCR will know the result. But to think it from that voice in your head, it does become abracadabra. I speak, therefore I create. Oh yes, it's right down to the way you think, not just what you say or do. And what you think manifests into the physical and plays out. But life is just a game, it's not just chess. There is a giant compendium. It's a pen. But imagine, you're not just playing chess, you're not just playing snakes and ladders, you're not just playing Ludo and all the other games. You're playing all of them at once. Because when you see what once is, a once in a lifetime chance, let's have a look at once. Do you see the E in once, the outcome end? If you see the energy, that means it's on. So, there's quite a few like me that operate through a physical form, which most of you are looking at the book cover. Some of you are even detecting something, especially about this one, and totally misinterpreting what you're reading at a soul level. I'm sorry about that. I cannot change the way you perceive things. You have to do that. But very soon, actually it's going to start on Thor's Day, Wotan's Day, Odin's Day, Wednesday, Father's Day, whatever you want to call it. They're just labels after all, is followed by Thor's Day, Thursday, which is the son of the father. So I will start giving you something that I do not exaggerate here when I say to you it will create stars potentially. It has the ability to create gods. You'll have to do only one thing. Spend a little bit of time, but the rest will be down to you. But by the end of it, saying at the end of it, it's just a chapter in an ongoing story, but it was written in just 6 days. It was completed today on the Equinox at 11:33. How about that? Is that an accident? Is it coincidence? Do I know the answers? No. I cannot tell you because I don't know myself. It's basically remote writing, channeling through me, and it has been channeling through many others. They do have a collective name, but I don't want to give too much away right now. You see, this realm is subject to time. And so things have to unfold all in good time. God time, good time, same thing. Let me just ask you one thing. Who were you before your parents conceived you? Interesting question. Do you know the answer? And I'm not looking for a name. I'm not even asking you for the answer. I'm asking you to ask yourself that question and then find that answer within you. Because this book that is coming, that has been written, will not tell you anything new. It will just reaffirm things for you, to guide you and help you find it within yourself. A lot of it is just a series of questions you need to ask yourself. Because when you are asking, you are as king, and it is the quest I on. The opposite of off is on, just like a light on a light switch. The trouble is, there are many here, many humans that are spiritually undeveloped. They just need feeding, a bit of information, sort of offered away, so they can ask themselves the very same questions and find those answers. So it will require a little bit of time and a huge leap in the mind. Anyway, that's a little teaser. So, what a beautiful day. Maybe just go out barefoot, go and stand in nature on a beautiful day. Listen to the music. If you listen carefully, you'll hear it. Beyond nature, behind nature. Just listen to that music. When you find it, you may not even need to read the book. In fact, I know some of you already know. I know as well that there have been emails going around discussing me, this physical being, coming up with a totally wrong conclusion. How do I know that? I really couldn't say. It's just, I know. There's something there for all of you that you can tap into and connect with. It's not as far away as you think it is. It's actually a lot closer than where you think it is. But that is the other problem. A lot of you are thinking consciously. And you're never going to find it that way. It's always in. Look inward. Go inside yourself. You're on a pleasant prison anyway. You're serving a life sentence, as it is. So, why not go into solitary confinement? Confinement. Clues are always in the words, are they not? Every letter is a glyph. It is a symbol. It has a meaning. It's all there for you to see, even in the external. Often the external is twisted, and there is a reason for that. When you see all this, you'll have an understanding that all of this, everything external of you, makes perfect sense. So the conscious mortal mind, no, of course it doesn't make sense. But that's part of the game. It wouldn't be much of a game unless it came with challenges and objectifications and objects, things you probably object to. But there is always a way around such things. Have to be careful what I say. I don't want to give away too much just yet. I want you to just reflect on these words. Maybe play it again. There will come a point, and it won't be with your physical eyes. You'll say to yourself, oh, I see. I hear what you're saying. I feel that is right. Ah, I've got a taste for this now. You see? You think you've only got 5 senses? You've got far more than 5 senses. It's just, they're lumped together and called a 6th sense. But you have far more than that. They're just firewalled off in most. Think of it like a computer. It's already there. It just needs an app. And the app in this case is not something you get from the external world. It's something from within you. The app is something you apply. Apply within oneself. Apply within your thoughts, your words, and your actions. See, things are always in a trinity. That's why there's three sides in all this. It's two pillars and there's a middle path. There's Levet and many other channels have shown repeatedly. See, it's not just the television or the media that repeats. The message, the spiritual truth has been repeated over and over and over because this realm is a loop. It is the 8 on its side, the infinity of the insanity. So just have a think about that, reflect on all this, and through this particular vessel, the thing that you think is James Brockhurst in a human form, it's just a book cover. But the essence in this one is the essence in everything. It's what Adrian Elise would call supernova souls. And it's wonderful that, well, there's a reason why everything is now coming to light. The full crumb point is being passed. Things will be brought back into balance. The perceived dark side have played their role very well. I would not really want to be in their shoes right now. Let me just end on this. If I say the term gatekeeper, I'm sure most of you will think of that as being something awful, something evil. This is a duality. What gatekeeper, what door is being unlocked? Where does that door lead to? You asked that question when you sat in a high chair as a toddler and you wanted to go through the door because you were curious to see what was on the other side. Or were you fearful of going through that door? You know it was quite a safe door to go through because you had parents, your guardians, to give it a legal term, who walked through that door. Did they come to any harm? Why don't you try it? Do you think you'll come to any harm? Oh, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Where have we read that before? And so the story carries on. Ta-ta for now, and have a lovely day. I love you all.